All right, get pumped for this one. Here we go. Okay. All right, guys, it's time for our next segment.
Trick or Tweet!
In this segment, we're going to be reading a collection of some of the world's greatest Halloween tweets. Ryan, we'll have you start. Go for it.
At Sydney Battle says, my parents are fighting because my mom was letting a big spider live in the kitchen window because he's perfect for Halloween, and my dad killed it.
At Anjanette C says, today is Halloween, or as Lady Gaga calls it, amateur night.
At Hodges Boy 15 says, if I pay $40 for a haunted house, I better die. Honestly, true though.
That's valid.
It's getting so expensive now.
At Daemonic 3 says, one year Dad dressed as world's greatest ninja for Halloween, and it was so good we haven't seen him since. Oh.
At Radmilk says, check your kids' Halloween candy. My cousin found the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo by Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip inside a Snickers bar.
At Eyes Dave Your Uncle says, I don't need Halloween makeup. I got dark circles and look dead already. Back.
At Ahva. Ow!
At McNasty says, Halloween is my favorite holiday because you can trespass on strangers' property and make a non-negotiable demand without getting in trouble.
At Nelly Chillin says, rich people leave a whole bowl of candy out on Halloween, talking about some only take one. I'm gonna take the candy, the bowl, and your doormat. Anna D. Anna Dayweiler.
At Not the Fake SVP says, how many pieces of candy corn can you eat before you start thinking, is this what eating a candle would be like?
Why does everyone hate
actually
candy
fair,
corn?
though.
I don't get
Candy
it.
corn is like eating a candle, though.
How would you know, Ahva?
I wouldn't, but like I feel like it would be, though.
That's debatable.
At Pissberry Monkey says, me destroys spiderweb. Spider. Wow. Me puts up fake spiderweb. Spider. Wow.
At Simon C. Holland says, heard a rival dad is planning to hand out king-size candy bars for Halloween, so now every trick-or-treater that comes to my house is getting a full rack of ribs. I had this teacher in middle school who would always try and bribe people with rack of ribs because he loved barbecue, but I've never seen him ever give out any barbecue whatsoever. And he coached football for high school for a little bit and still never gave anyone barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what are like some scary movies that you would recommend though?
Do not recommend The Conjuring. Terrible movie. Hate it.
No, it's a good movie.
I thought it was good.
Scary. Don't like it. Freaked me out. Slept on the couch for 2 weeks after watching it. Although, The Shining is one I would recommend. Not very scary, but it's a good movie.
How is that not scary?
Shining is so slow though.
It's slow, but it's kind of like a slow burn. It's like the de-evolution of the guy.
It's a good movie.
Honestly, yeah.
But like imagine being the kid.
Oh my god.
That'd be terrifying.
The mom looked creepy herself.
Did you know they actually like sleep deprived her and made her do takes like 150 times so she would actually be scared?
They did a ton of like really messed up stuff and like traumatized her.
I felt bad, yeah. So it felt like she was living it?
Yeah, like she thought it was real.
So all the acting was like real.
I know with some of those roles, like the heavy roles, like even like Heath Ledger in The Joker.
Yeah, he got really into it, yeah.
Yeah, some of those roles, like you can't like, I don't know if you can like full ass it without like really diving into everything.
I think method acting is becoming like really popular.
Wait, what, method act?
Method acting, yeah, where you get into like the role. Like in Django Unchained, Leonardo DiCaprio had a problem with his character because his character is really racist. And then like Samuel L. Jackson was like, just be racist on property. And then the next day he came to set and didn't talk to anyone.
Did you see that on TikTok?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What's the John Krasinski one? Do you remember that being a big deal?
The Quiet Place. 1 and 2 are both very good. 1 is better though. I think 1 is better.
It was just such a good idea.
Yeah, anything to do with taking away a sense is terrifying. Like, there's a movie, I forgot what it was called, but it's this blind guy who's, like, defending his house, but then you realize that he's the antagonist later on.
Oh, God.
Because he's, like, this ex-Navy SEAL or whatever, and he's blind, and he just relies on hearing. So he, like, cuts the lights in his house, and then he kills the intruders.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember, like, some of the cuter Halloween films, too, like Charlie Brown.
That one's good. I like
Charlie
that one.
Brown, Peanuts. Yeah. No, I mean, there was one I watched. I can't remember what it's called, but it was on HBO. And it was, like, about, like, this woman. Like, she could see murders happening. And so I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to spoil it, though. but she could see murders happening and she would report it. She'd be like, oh my God, like it feels like I'm there in the room. And it turns out she had this weird mutation as a child where they closed like the back of her brain and there was like a monster living in the other half of her. It was a really good movie. It was last year. So what would happen was like this part of her face would be asleep, but then the back of her would awake because she was like kind of abused by her partner. And so when he would slam her head against the wall, he awakened the monster in the back of her. The stitches came undone. So when the woman would be asleep, the monster would come awake and like break her limbs to face like a person facing this way. And then she would go out and kill the murders. But then the woman sleeping, which was like a totally different person, would see all this happening because she was the antagonist.
What?
That is kind of weird.
It was a little messed up.
Yeah, that's really messed up, but it sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, but I feel like October in general has just gone by so fast.
It is.
And it probably feels that way too because Halloween's at the end.
Yeah, and it's almost there.
Do you guys like November?
It's alright.
I love Thanksgiving. Best time of year. Besides Christmas. Not really. Well, every year after Thanksgiving, we go and get our Christmas tree up in the mountains.
What? You go to the mountains?
Yeah, so we go drive up all the old logging roads and go find a Christmas tree. That's like $5 for a permit to cut one down.
Jeez.
So then you just go, and it's always snowy, and it's so much fun. And then we take our guns and stuff up there. Like, it's a huge family thing. So we have, like...
Shoots the Christmas tree.
No, we bring our old pumpkins from Halloween up there, and then we shoot the pumpkins. And so...
That's kind of cool.
Well, it's really fun. We'll, like, hunt for field grouse and stuff sometimes if we're up there. Like, if there's any, but normally there's not.
Dude.
It's fun. My dad has 4 other siblings, so all of them come up, and I'll probably bring my boyfriend this year.
Nice. To the mountains, though? And then you shoot all these pumpkins?
Yeah, so we take all of our trucks and stuff up there, so it's like a big caravan of trucks just going up the mountains together. It's awesome. And when there's snow and stuff, we'll take sleds.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah,
I
it does.
love that. That's awesome.
That's a great tradition.
We've done it every year since I was like 2, because when I was 1, my dad was gone because he was in Iraq. But when he got back from Iraq.
Yeah, he was in the...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was
in
in the
Iraq.
army.
Dude, he was in it to win.
It was crazy. But, yep, so we've done it ever since I was 2.
You weren't kidding. I mean, no, I would be excited too then. It sounds like a huge transitional thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, and we bring all the Thanksgiving food and hot chocolate, and so that we have tons of food. And
Wait, what? You bring Thanksgiving food?
Like
Yeah,
leftovers.
like the leftovers. We make sandwiches because my great-grandma used to make homemade rolls.
Oh, that
And
sounds so
so we just make sandwiches with the ham and the turkey and the cranberries, and you put like mashed potatoes on them and gravy. So good. Yeah, now I'm super hungry though.
See, I can't see you not liking Thanksgiving, Ryan.
I mean, it's an okay holiday, but I've never really been a huge family time kind of person around holidays because it feels forced.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like spending time with my family, but if I have to and it's like required, then I don't like it.
I'll cut it out. All right. You'll make sure to keep it up here, okay?
My bad.
You're good. All right.
Idiot.
So, guys,
I love cancer.
stay in the kitchen.
Dark and empty kind of fits her.
Fuck off.
Aww.
See, that's what I love about this dynamic is like, Ahva, you're always like really sarcastic, but then you'll laugh afterwards. And then Ryan, you'll just keep like poking at her. And then here, go, hey!
Hey!
Yeah, it's funny. That should be your voice.
That's my voice?
Yeah, because you are like...
Yeah, I'm kind of a quiet person.
Alright, time for our next segment called...
Trick or
Honestly,
treat! Ahva! Oh my god.
The whole podcast is honestly
Trick or tweet?
Yeah, but it definitely was kind of...
Ooh.
Can I go in?